Electrical equipment installed outdoors must be protected against the weather using NEM enclosures or other appropriate methods according to the National Electrical Code Section 408.9. The International Building Code Section 3103.3 stipulates that swimming pool equipment rooms should be located at least 10 feet, which is 3048 mm away from any door or window that can be opened. The electrical equipment within these rooms must adhere to the National Electrical Code standards. The International Fire Code Section 507.51 specifies that outdoor electrical equipment must be installed according to the National Electrical Code as well. California Code of Regulations Section 3205 dictates that water heaters, air conditioners, and other mechanical or electrical equipment with open flames should be placed at least 5 feet, equivalent to 1524 mm, from the edge of a swimming pool. It also mandates that any electrical equipment installed near a swimming pool must have ground fault circuit interrupter protection. For safety, it is generally recommended to maintain a minimum distance of 5 feet, which is 1524 mm, between an air conditioning condenser and the edge of a swimming pool. It is crucial to consult local building codes and permit requirements, as they may have specific regulations regarding the distance between air conditioning condensers and swimming pools. Electrical safety around swimming pools is of paramount importance due to the inherent risk of electric shock. Water is an excellent conductor of electricity, and a fault in electrical equipment near a pool can create a dangerous situation. That's why multiple codes and regulations address this specific scenario. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, serves as the cornerstone for electrical installations nationwide. While it may not explicitly state a specific distance for air conditioning condensers, it emphasizes the need for proper protection against environmental factors and the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, especially in proximity to water. Ground fault circuit interrupters are designed to quickly disconnect power when a ground fault is detected, mitigating the risk of electrical shock. The International Building Code and International Fire Code reinforce the NEC requirements, ensuring that swimming pool equipment rooms and outdoor electrical installations adhere to the established safety standards. The California Code of Regulations provides a more direct guideline, specifying a minimum distance of 5 feet for equipment like air conditioners. However, it's important to note that local jurisdictions may have stricter requirements. Several factors influence the specific distance requirements for electrical equipment near swimming pools. These include the voltage of the equipment, the presence of conductive surfaces, and the potential for water exposure. Higher voltage equipment typically requires greater clearance to prevent arcing and electrical hazards. Conductive surfaces, such as metal fences or handrails, can create a path for electricity to travel, increasing the risk of shock. The potential for water exposure is a significant concern, as splashing or flooding can compromise the insulation of electrical equipment. Air conditioning condensers, in particular, pose unique challenges due to their outdoor location and exposure to the elements. They contain electrical components that can be affected by moisture, and their proximity to swimming pools increases the risk of accidental contact. Proper installation, maintenance, and grounding are essential for ensuring the safety of air conditioning condensers near swimming pools. Regular inspections can identify potential problems such as damaged wiring or corroded connections. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, minimizing the risk of electrical shock. In addition to code requirements, it's crucial to exercise common sense and prioritize safety when installing or maintaining electrical equipment near swimming pools. Keep electrical equipment away from areas where people are likely to be wet, and avoid using extension cords or portable electrical devices near the pool. If you have any concerns about electrical safety, consult a qualified electrician. They can assess the specific conditions at your property and recommend appropriate safety measures. Remember, electrical safety is not just a matter of compliance with codes and regulations, it's a matter of protecting yourself, your family, and your community from the dangers of electricity. Always prioritize safety and seek professional help when needed. When planning the placement of an air conditioning condenser near a residential swimming pool, several critical factors must be carefully considered to ensure safety and compliance with relevant codes. These considerations extend beyond simply meeting the minimum distance requirements outlined in the National Electrical Code, International Building Code, International Fire Code, and California Code of Regulations. Firstly, the specific edition of the applicable codes must be identified. Building codes and electrical codes are updated periodically, and it is crucial to adhere to the latest version adopted by the local jurisdiction. This ensures that the installation meets the most current safety standards and reflects the most recent technological advancements in electrical safety. Secondly, the local amendments to the codes must be researched and understood. Local jurisdictions often modify or supplement the national codes to address specific regional concerns or environmental conditions. These amendments can include stricter distance requirements, additional safety measures, or specific equipment standards that must be followed. Contacting the local building department or electrical inspector is essential to obtain the most up-to-date information on local code requirements. Thirdly, the voltage and amperage of the air conditioning condenser must be taken into account. Higher voltage and amperage equipment pose a greater risk of electrical shock and require greater clearances from conductive surfaces and water sources. The National Electrical Code provides specific guidelines for clearances based on voltage levels, and these guidelines must be strictly adhered to. Fourthly, the presence of conductive surfaces near the air conditioning condenser must be evaluated. Conductive surfaces, such as metal fences, handrails, or pool decks, can create a path for electricity to travel, increasing the risk of electrical shock. The air conditioning condenser should be located away from these surfaces, or appropriate insulating material should be used to prevent electrical contact. Fifthly, the potential for water exposure to the air conditioning condenser must be assessed. Splashing, flooding, or even condensation can compromise the insulation of electrical equipment and create a dangerous electrical hazard. The air conditioning condenser should be located in a well-drained area and protected from direct water exposure. Consider installing a raised platform or enclosure to elevate the equipment above potential water levels. Sixthly, the accessibility of the air conditioning condenser for maintenance and repair must be considered. The equipment should be located in a manner that allows easy access for technicians to perform routine maintenance and repairs without compromising safety. Adequate clearance should be provided around the unit to allow for proper ventilation and to prevent overheating. Seventhly, the aesthetic impact of the air conditioning condenser and the surrounding environment should be taken into account. While safety is the primary concern, the visual appearance of the equipment should also be considered. The air conditioning condenser should be located in a discreet location and screened from view, if possible, to minimize its impact on the aesthetics of the property. Eighthly, the use of ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is crucial for all electrical circuits serving equipment near swimming pools. Ground fault circuit interrupters are designed to quickly disconnect power when a ground fault is detected, preventing electrical shock. All electrical outlets and equipment within a certain proximity of the swimming pool should be protected by ground fault circuit interrupters. Ninthly, regular inspections and maintenance of the air conditioning condenser and associated electrical equipment are essential for ensuring continued safety. Inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician to identify any potential problems such as damaged wiring, corroded connections, or malfunctioning components. Maintenance should include cleaning the unit, tightening connections, and replacing worn parts. Tenthly, it is important to educate all residents and users of the swimming pool about electrical safety. Post warning signs near the pool, reminding people to avoid contact with electrical equipment and to report any potential hazards to the property owner or manager. By carefully considering these factors and adhering to all applicable codes and regulations, the risk of electrical shock can be significantly reduced, creating a safe and enjoyable swimming pool environment. Remember, electrical safety is a shared responsibility, and everyone should be aware of the potential hazards and take precautions to prevent accidents. Always consult with qualified professionals for electrical installations and repairs to ensure that the work is performed safely and correctly. Understanding the nuances of electrical codes especially concerning the placement of air conditioning or /C condensers near residential swimming pools, demands a detailed examination of several key regulations and safety considerations. It's not simply about adhering to a single distance requirement, it involves a comprehensive approach to ensure the safety of residents and compliance with local and national standards. Firstly, it's vital to recognize that the National Electrical Code, or NEC, serves as the foundational document for electrical installations in most jurisdictions. While the NEC may not explicitly state a precise distance for /C condensers from swimming pools, it provides overarching guidelines for electrical equipment installed outdoors and near water sources. Section 408.9 of the NEC, for instance, emphasizes the need for weather protection for outdoor electrical equipment, typically achieved through the use of NEC-rated enclosures. These enclosures safeguard electrical components from rain, snow, and other environmental factors that could lead to corrosion or electrical faults. Secondly, the concept of ground fault circuit interrupter, or TFCI, protection is paramount in areas where water and electricity converge. A ground fault circuit interrupter is a fast-acting circuit breaker designed to detect even small imbalances in electrical current, which could indicate a ground fault or leakage of electricity. When a ground fault is detected, the ground fault circuit interrupter trips the circuit, cutting off power and preventing potentially fatal electrical shocks. The NEC mandates ground fault circuit interrupter protection for receptacles and equipment located near swimming pools, including those that supply power to /C condensers. Thirdly, the International Building Code, or IC, addresses the placement of swimming pool equipment rooms, stipulating that they should be located at least 10 feet from any door or window that can be opened. This requirement aims to prevent the accidental splashing of water onto electrical equipment, reducing the risk of electrical hazards. While this section of the International Building Code primarily focuses on equipment rooms, it underscores the importance of maintaining a safe distance between water sources and electrical components. Fourthly, the International Fire Code, or IFC, reinforces the NEC requirements for outdoor electrical equipment, ensuring that it is installed in accordance with the NEC standards. This code highlights the need for proper grounding, bonding, and overcurrent protection to prevent electrical fires and ensure the safety of occupants. Fifthly, the California Code of Regulations, or CCR, provides a more specific guideline for the placement of equipment near swimming pools, requiring a minimum distance of 5 feet for water heaters, /C units, and other equipment containing open flames. This regulation reflects the state's commitment to electrical safety and aims to minimize the risk of electrical shock and fire hazards. Sixthly, local building codes and permit requirements may impose additional restrictions or requirements beyond those outlined in the national codes. It's crucial to consult with the local building department or electrical inspector to determine the specific regulations that apply to your property. These local codes may address specific environmental conditions or unique challenges in your area. Seventhly, beyond code compliance, there are several practical considerations that should inform the placement of an /C condenser near a swimming pool. These include the potential for splashing, the presence of conductive surfaces, and the accessibility of the equipment for maintenance and repairs. The /C condenser should be located in a well-drained area to prevent water from accumulating around the unit. It should also be positioned away from conductive surfaces such as metal fences or handrails to minimize the risk of electrical shock. Additionally, the equipment should be easily accessible for routine maintenance and repairs. Eighthly, proper grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety near swimming pools. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, minimizing the risk of electrical shock. Bonding connects all metallic components of the electrical system, such as pipes, conduits, and enclosures, to create a common ground potential. This helps to prevent voltage differences that could lead to electrical shock. Ninthly, regular inspections and maintenance of the /C condenser and associated electrical equipment are crucial for ensuring continued safety. Inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician to identify any potential problems, such as damaged wiring, corroded connections, or malfunctioning components. Maintenance should include cleaning the unit, tightening connections, and replacing worn parts. Tenthly, education and awareness are key to preventing electrical accidents near swimming pools. Residents and users of the pool should be educated about the dangers of electricity and the importance of avoiding contact with electrical equipment. Warning signs should be posted near the pool, reminding people to stay away from electrical equipment and to report any potential hazards. By considering all of these factors, you can ensure the safe and compliant placement of an NEC condenser near a residential swimming pool. Remember, electrical safety is a shared responsibility, and everyone should be aware of the potential hazards and take precautions to prevent accidents. Always consult with qualified professionals for electrical installations and repairs to ensure that the work is performed safely and correctly.